Good morning, good morning. I am Sharon Campbell, your host for the Plan to Prosper show and changing the global mindset. It is Wednesday, and we are always thinking about how do we better help one another and change our mindset. We no longer can continue to think about one thing right now. How we're going to make it right where we are in this small town, in an urban town, in a particular city. We got to really shift the global mindset. So the Plan to Prosper show is all about shifting. And I like to have conversations with people and give people information because when you are armed with information, you can do anything. And I really believe of being authentic and real, just having great conversations with people. Everyone have their own style. So let me share something with you. I'm part of this group and coaching group, and the reason I joined it was I wanted to learn some new things. I did not want to be like that particular coach, but I knew the person had some value that I could pick up. And so what I'm learning is that sometimes people, when you get into sessions, they want you to become them as you coach or as you learn their craft. They want you to take on what how they think it should be done. So it's important that you become a lifetime learner. That's very important. What's more important is that you take the information and transfer it into who you are in your style. You may not want to be this global coaching person in CBS and ABC and at Capital One. That may not be your style. That may not be you. You may not want all these fancy backdrops and that may not be your clientele. So what I would say when you go into sessions, learning session, especially when you start thinking on the global mindset, figure out what it is that you want. And while you're spending your time with them, what can you extract and put into your business model to fit your personality? And you have to be able to separate, well, that's what they are doing, so I need to do that way. I need to stay in this position. I need to have these type of backdrop. That may not be who your target audience is. And so I like to share that with you today because I have experienced that. And as I talk with more people, because I love data, I'm gonna tell you, I love data. I love collecting it. I love analyzing it because with that you can find out so much about how to become a better you. And so I want you to become a better you. And how do you do that? It is yes, attend as much knowledge based training as you can get. Yes, yes. But take that information and add it to your style, how you present, and not allow someone else to help make you doubt yourself about the way that you are doing it. Because the way you're doing it, I would say if you're doing it your authentic self, is a great way. But get that information, use it, and grow on the global level, and become a global mindsetter and trender. Set the trend for others that want to follow you. And what they will end up doing is listen at your techniques and creating their own way of putting it. So if you're gonna sell training and you think the person is really trying to change you, who you are, because self-doubt sometimes sets in. Don't do that. Be true to who you are at all times. Always continue to be a learner of who am I and how do I deliver my product and services the way I am. But take the tools and the technology and information and resources that's been given to you, because that's how you're going to grow and develop. It's by having a shift of a mindset. But I want to share that. What I want to share that with you, that story, is because when you allow someone else to change who you are, your income will change. And because you'll take on trying to be them to an audience that is not even yours. That's their audience. That is not your audience. That's their clientele. That is not your clientele. I know you may say this is heavy today. Yes, it is. And the reason why is I want you to grow. Plan to prosper, show, and I want you to grow. And that's what we're about. I'm Sharon Campbell. We're the global mindset thinker, and we want you to plan to prosper. That's it. Want you to do it using your authentic self, period. And having conversations with you that can really help you grow and thrive. So let's start digging a little bit deeper. What is the mindset of a global thinker? What is that? It's how you shift from the way that you used to think to a more global mindset. Meaning, if there's 8 billion people in the world, what percentage of that population is it that you want, and how are you going to attain that? That means you have to go back to school and do some studies on your own behavior, your own bias, understand inclusion, diversity, understand equality. I'm an advocate for those, and how to advocate for yourself. But how do you change the mindset that you move into doing some action? So today is all about action and result. You got to do something different in order to get the income that you want. You can't say, well, I need more income, and you're not doing anything different. So I'm going to forward something about the global mindset on this other screen here, and have you to talk about relationships that lead to more than money. Okay? Relationships that would lead you to more than just money. So you're like, whoa, wait a minute. Isn't it all about money? No, it's about relationships. See, money is always going to be an issue. Money is always going to be there 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. It is how you reach that money is the most important thing. And how you find yourself engaging in relationships that you can be authentic to yourself and with the other person. So they feel comfortable that they can help you grow and desire to help you grow and develop. So let's look at something that I was thinking about the other day. I was thinking about connections and being connected, and why so often that we are not connected. Why are we not connected? Why is it that we have not expanded the people we know and who we interact with, especially during COVID-19? You're like, well, it's because of COVID-19 we had to go into a virtual platform. Okay, well, look how long that has been. So sometimes you have to lean into what you say and say, I may need to rethink that. Be honest with thyself first if you do nothing else. Be real and authentic with thyself first, and you will see relationships grow and just develop out of. Sometimes I tell people that nowhere, sometimes it could be that you're in a group and you and the other person connect and you're on social media and they like what you're saying. You're having a conversation in some of these Zoom meetings, you see one another, you're like, I like that. And then you get your notepad out and you write that person's name down and you put their email and you say, I got to connect to them. But what happens after you do that? Do you connect to them? And when you do, are you connected to them because of something you want, or you are you connected to them because of something you can help them with, which is two different things. So I want to encourage you to think about connecting for a purpose and a reason. Now go back to the remember when we first started. I'll tell you about my experience of being in this group where, and I'm telling you, the person's a fantastic trainer. Yes, the person is. But I left with a feeling of you want me to take on you, but that's not what I wanted. And so I had to talk to myself to say, the information you gave me was great, but I can't deliver it that way because that is not my audience. So I have to shift my mindset to receive, but how do I make that connection, mhm, to my audience so I can grow and thrive and then make a relationship to other people that I'm reaching. So how do I do that? The power of being in the same room with powerful people. That's number one. So you are saying, well, how are we doing that on this virtual platform? You have to get a little creative now. You can be in the room with powerful people without even being in the room with them. The technology world provide you YouTube. You can go to Google. You can search so many people, so many different ways, and start studying them to see how they solve problems and bring solutions. And I think that's so very important. So often we want to spend too much time talking about the problem and not the solution. And so I want you to think about you can be in the room with powerful people by just YouTubing them and studying them. Study how they present themselves. Who is it that you would like to have a conversation with that you believe can help you grow and thrive in your company? Who is it? Then Google that person and find out all that you can about them. Sometimes you may want to just send them an email. And it may be it hits on their administrator assistant email, except theirs. But guess what? You did something. You connected to them. You sit at action. You um, started the process of improving you. So if you cannot connect to the person face to face, I've so many times, if I could just sit there and talk to them, I say, oh, you want to pick someone's brain free of charge so you can get what you want and you go on down the road and you haven't learned the lesson. The answer is no. That is not the best use of your time or when you are trying to grow and thrive in your company or start a company. So as we use this time to rethink about how do we continue growing in our companies among COVID-19, because it's real and it's a reality. Think about all the tools that's out there that you can use. Attend as much information sessions on how to sharpen your skills as possible and then input them into your business plan and then go out there. But don't try to be someone else on the stage. Do not. It will not work. You'll end up being one and done, or what one and done is, meaning you do this one time, you get paid, and then you got to get back up. And you don't want that. You want it that people are looking for you because you have something for someone. And so let's think about how can I climb the ladder without stepping on others. Another point. How do you do that? Everyone say, I want me, 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 me. I. We see that all the time. When they come to a table, it's all about what they can get. I notice sometimes I just listen. Sometimes you have to listen to what people say, especially whenever you're mentoring someone. They are so engaged sometimes about what they need that they forget about to just ask you a simple question: what can I do for you? They get so engaged with the fact that they're there to absorb anything. And if you have it, I think the best way to say, they believe that you have already um, tapped enough money that you're okay, that you don't need any additional income, that you can pour this into them free and they're okay. I'm saying don't use that approach. You will find yourself without relationships. And what you want to do is build a authentic relationship. You do not have to step on someone else and in order for you to be successful. So let me share another story with you. Whenever we was meeting face to face and we could go to lunch and have a great time, I always had the opportunity to be sitting at the table with a group of women. And so we was telling about what each one of us do in the company. And so there one particular lady needed the services of probably two of us that was sitting at the table of 10. I watched how would you say, a pitch war go on between these two companies, trying to get this one client to buy their product. It was like when one would say something, the other one say, well, I can do it better. When one would say something, the other would come back with another segment of something she could do better. I just sit there and just watch how the person that needed the service was like this. That she didn't know what to do, but they was like, let me. I need this contract. I'm gonna outdo her. I'm gonna outshine her. I'm gonna outtell her. It just went on and on and on, and I'm just like, ladies, we're at a luncheon. Give it a break, okay? Just give it a break. They were so busy pitching their business to the woman that needed the help that they didn't even see that she was so, oh my goodness, like they was attacking her. And the expression on her face was, okay, okay. It was like, wow. Well, later on, the lady that was needed the service, she thanked me. She says, I was so overwhelmed with the way they were so aggressive about getting my business. I did not want to use neither one of them. I'm like, whoa. She said, I want to use you. I'm like, and why did you decide that? She said, because you did not come after me like a shark. You stepped in and said, wait a minute, this is not why we're here. And you brought calmness and you showed me that as a, if I was your client, you would be thinking about what's best for me and healthy for my company and for pouring positive stuff in me, and it would not be that you're after my money. What I got from those two ladies was, I need this contract. It's one and done. I can help you set these goals, and I'm moving on. I'm not going to help you build your company. And so I thought that that was an aha moment for both of us first for myself because I wasn't pitching to her. I wasn't trying to get her business. I was trying to have her to be comfortable, to know to come, we're here at this luncheon, and this is the purpose why we're here. And so the win-win was that I received a contract and she received a calmness in the midst of her storm, and also that she can work with someone that had the best interest of her at hand. And so to say that is that be mindful of how you do things. Okay. So let me see on something. How to respect a powerful mentor without bragging. Wow. I think we covered that. How do you respect without bragging? You know, so I think we need to think about boundaries, what it is you want, and how do we help both everybody become a win-win in the situation. So let us go to some questions I think will help everyone today, and I will help you dig deeper, reach farther as you thrive in your company and grow on this Wednesday with Plan to Prosper. Because it's all about creating the global mindset, being real and authentic, and learning some skills that will help you and become your own person and employ yourself with knowledge. And do not go and take on someone else's personality, but or the way they do something is always the correct way. Look at the knowledge that they're giving you and figure out how do I put that in. So let's do this. Take a question. What do I know? And when you are expanding your reach, I always ask people, what do I know? What do I really know? Or what do I think I know? Sometimes we have to sit still for a moment and really be honest with ourselves about what it is we know and what it is that we are creating just to get paid. If you're going to build a global level, do what you do best. Know your craft, your skill, and develop it. Okay. So before you even think about who do I know, you need to think about what do I know, really know, really, really, really know. And are you putting in time to learn more about that skill set or about your services that you offer? And let's take an example, goal setting. Now, you could buy so many books out there on goal setting. You got workshops on goal setting. But what about your goal setting? It's going to help your client build systems so they can be more productive. So let's talk about that. I can set a whole lot of goals, a lot of activities. But if I don't have any systems that can take me along, I got a lot of goals. And so we have to really think about what services we offer. How many clients really looking for you to come in and teach them goal setting activities? When was the last time you made money, real money, off of goal setting and activities? Now, I see people always put that on their website. I can help you setting goals. Okay. Implementation and consistency is people's problem. It is not that they can't set any goals. It is implementing them is their hiccup. That's their hiccup. Is that they Once you give them that, there's no accountability. And that's a hiccup for people. So, as a person that's teaching that, focus more on solution than the problem so that you can be able to help them reach their result into action. Okay. So the next question is, who do you know? Now there's these exercises out there. They say start with who do you know in your first circle that's close to you? Who do you know in the second circle, which is the second layer, third layer, fourth layer, fifth layer, and then you get way out there. What you find out is once you get so far out, the number of people you know reduces, 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 reduces. I want to know, what is that? Is it the people in your inner circle too big and they're not buying your product and services, but you are spending too much time with them? And the ones that's out there on the 10th ring is only one or two people. And because they're so far out, you can't see them. And you go by them every now and then and visit. Oh, I need to go meet them again because I need a contract. But you have not thought about them for a whole 6 months. Nor have you built your circle farther out. You are still building that little circle close to you that is not paying you any income. Just like being on Facebook. You have watched those people on Facebook stroll, 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 stroll in the morning time. Let's see what they're doing. And they have not invested in your company. So, why are we giving so much of our time to that little inner circle of people? Mhm. You got a lot of them in there. I'm going to strongly suggest to you to reduce them. No. Did I say that? Remove some of them. Oh my goodness. I told you to remove some of them. But I like to keep them around, you say. Well, why? Are they advancing your career path? Are they helping you grow and thrive and be the best that you could be? So, my challenge or your action call today, write this down, action call today. Look at that one core inner circle. Look at that little circle right there. All these people in there, figure out how to remove some of them. I would say probably remove 80% of them today. That's a lot of people, I know. Because once you move them, you will be able to expand in other areas. So that's the so connections and making connection, knowing what is that you do, who do you know, and who know you. And it's hard to do that if you're with that group of people. Now it doesn't mean that they don't have a role. They do, but it's not there. It's not right in the midst of stuff. And so I have one other question I have for you. When the last time did you visit the people that's way out there in the circle? The one that gave you that $10,000 contract. Because if they have the capacity to pay you that $10,000 contract, else do they know that could use your service? Did you build a better relationship with them, or did you do one and done? Meaning, I did what they asked me to do, I collected the money, now I'm gone. So when you return back to them, they don't have a relationship with you, and they're like, well, no, we don't have no more work. But guess what would have happened if you would have stayed? And so on Thursday, I want you to visit that group that's way out there in circle number 10. Action today, 80% of the people in circle number 1 must leave the circle. If they are not helping you to grow and thrive and be the best that you can be, it is time for you to what? Let them go. But guess what? You are not only helping yourself, you are helping them because they want that freedom to expand their self and to grow. So we have Wednesday and Thursday assignment. Okay. Let's take care of action for Friday. You have to have 3 things to finish out the week with. So I'm helping you with that. Cleanup number 1, circle right with you today, Wednesday. Reach out and rekindle that relationship with circle number 10. There's not but 1 or 2 people out there. Check in with them. How you doing? Trying to just check in with you, to see what you know. And don't ask them how you been. No, just check in with them. Yeah, do some research about their company. See if they move anywhere. Just check in with them because they're gonna be a little leery. They haven't heard from you. They're like, okay, they want some money. They want a contract. You got to begin the whole relationship over again. Okay. Friday, circle number 5. Look at everyone in that circle. That's your halfway point. You have 10 layers. I want you to, number 5 is the sweet spot for you. You do just enough to keep them engaged, but not enough that they are growing and thriving to their max or your max. But you do keep them enough engaged that you can get a little contract here, another contract there. But I want you to really take a piece of paper on Friday and really look at that level, number 5. How are you going to be better as a coach, as a entrepreneur, business owner, consultant? How are you going to be better with them? And what are you going to do? And how are you going to help them reach their goals in their business? What are you going to do on Friday that's going to impact your company for the next 2 years, working with circle number 5? I know doing this work, I hear you, can be over overwhelming. Sometimes you just get so like so much to do. And sometimes you may fall into a slight depression. See, people think that depression is this overwhelmed thing that you know. No, depression is cannot move at this moment to think about how to move forward because I'm stuck. And you could be depressed and stuck at the same time. So when we don't want to talk about depression, for some reason we think by talking about depression, someone's saying that something wrong with us. No, people get depressed every day. Everybody get depressed about something, or you being stuck. You get stuck, you feel down. So it's the level of depression that I'm talking about. You know, we get stuck. Okay, we feel overwhelmed because now, Sharon, you're asking me to be accountable to 10 circles. There's one more thing you want me to do when I need to be working, bringing in money. It's because you don't have a balance on how your company run. And so often there's no business model to support that. And because you don't have a business model to support that, you end up not doing your very best or what you are called to do. And so I want to encourage you to get real with thyself today. To become authentic with yourself if you don't do anything else. Talk about to yourself your own downfall. Say to yourself, I don't get up on time to start my day, and I do a lot of busy work, and it does not generate me any income. And the reason I do that because I'm stuck and I'm afraid, and I really just don't know what to do. So I end up finding all these things keep me doing something. And, I have a mentor, and I think so much of her. And so, and she watching today, she probably say, "I know you're talking about me. I'm Miss Sharon." Yes, I am. So let me tell you about it. This person just writes so much stuff down. Every time I turn around, she's writing, she's putting stuff down. But writing is good, but she's not acting on any of it. It I'm just like, what are you writing? Well, I got to write my thoughts down. I got to write this down. I got to write the other down. I'm like, well, when are you going to do something? She does all of this planning, all of this writing, and when she get up, she don't do any of it. None, zero, and she always want to know why. She have not gotten what she could be. But last night we had a breakthrough. She told me last night. She says, Miss Sharon, I am my worst biggest part. I am my worst. I hold me back. I don't do what I need to do in order for me to be successful. I am my worst biggest part. I told her that she have learned more in that 1 minute that you could have learned in a lifetime, which was I have learned to take full responsibilities of saying and admitting my faults before she ended up blaming everyone else to why things wasn't the way they are. The breakthrough happened, and she said, I feel so good about you. I feel I can take on some stuff and change my life, which is her biggest life we was talking about. All these years, I blame other people, but it was me. People gave me good advice, good structure, good everything, but it was me because I was in my own way. Mhm. If you find yourself there like that now, give yourself permission to get out your own way. You have the power, the tools, the resources to be the very best and to have the income you desire. All you have to do is do the work. Do the work, and the money will come. Don't look for get quicks. It ain't gonna happen. Get quick ain't gonna happen. Instant ain't gonna happen. But let's roll up our sleeves. Mm-hmm. And the sleeves roll them up. And let's get busy. We have work to do. You have 10 circles you need to work on. And this week, we have taken care of 3 for you. I want you to join us every Wednesday at 6 p.m. at the Sharon Campbell, Your Global Mindset, the Plan to Prosper show, where we help entrepreneurs, business owners, 9 to 5, hobbyists, startups, our hustlers, nonprofits, and the faith-based community grow and thrive. We provide authentic, real, down to earth conversations for that you can take, use, implement, and grow. If you desire to reach out to us, you can at www.thesharoncampbell.com. We would love to hear from you. Just your comments, your thoughts, you know, things that you may need help with, something that we said that you have a question about. We're here to help you grow and thrive. Because when we do that together, the global market benefits. I have really enjoyed this afternoon speaking with you. I think about every week what nuggets do I have to share with you, life lessons, using real situations so you can understand that you are not alone, that people out there is going through just like you are. All of that matters to us at Plan to Prosper show. Because we want you to know that 8 billion people is in the world and they are looking for you. And they're trying to find you. They're trying to help themselves reach their goals. And they're looking for you to help them to get there. And so until next time, I have enjoyed you. I cannot wait to see what it is that you are doing. Drop us a line on Facebook at the Sharon Cam Solution Group, LinkedIn and Instagram. Or you can just simply go to our website, drop us a line there, because we really want to know how we can help you grow and thrive. Have a fantastic day, and we will definitely see you next Thursday as you continuously building your company. Yes, on the other side of the universe. Now, you say universe? Are you talking about different earth? No, your universe that you have created for yourself on the global market. Take care and thank you.